Hey there, this is Adam from Mikanto Product Reviews. I am back for another review of a module from The Rich Jerk by Kelly Felix. Today we are going to be looking at Donnie Gamble's module for authority review sites. Basically, this teaches you how to build not just authority review sites, but a lot of these lessons can be applied to authority websites in general. Now, the difference, I'll add a little bit of my own knowledge and experience before we get into this. A little bit about the difference between an authority website, which mine is an example of one of these at mikanto.com. The difference between a website like Mikanto and a website such as one of Pyong Kim's examples. Let me pause for a moment and get an example of one of. Okay, so difference between my site here and one of Pyong Kim. He's the guy who presented the launch jacking module, which I reviewed yesterday. The difference is this is created for one particular launch, one product, and that's it. So it covers one subject, one product, and then nothing else, but it covers that one product extensively. You can't see the address, the web address, but it's briantracybonus.com, and so even the URL is specific. Whereas with my website, you see down here, several products are reviewed. Okay. And we've got over 30 pages of products being reviewed, which is why it is an authority product review website. Okay, so with that said, that is basically what Donnie Gamble is focusing on in this module, but Pyong Kim does show you how to build the other type of website in the previous module. So this module has 5 videos. Each one is at least 15 minutes long. We got one that's 21 minutes here, 35, and 35 again. Of course, I'm rounding up. It's actually 34 and change, but and he approaches this from A to Z. So he starts at the very beginning, where he talks about niche research and how to choose products to promote, how to choose good affiliate offers that will make you money. Let me see here. He introduces several, 5 different affiliate networks and explains how to find good offers on each one of them. And then once you find an offer or types of products that you like to promote, he gets into the website setup process. Then show that this might be the most valuable video here, the 3-pronged content super silo method. This is what, as far as on-page SEO, this is what gets you ranked today in terms of, what Google considers to be the best practices for on-page SEO. If you have a good silo link structure on your website, it's going to work wonders towards your ranking. And then he goes over his link building techniques. So another way that I wanted to kind of show you the overview of this entire module, which comes with these videos and this PDF. Now obviously I'm not going to go inside this PDF since technically I probably can't even show you this one page of it, but all I wanted to do here is basically show you the path that Donnie Gamble has put out for us to follow. And that is, the first thing, identify a profitable industry. And then he shows you how to, as I mentioned earlier, find lucrative affiliate offers, build an authority website, create amazing content for that website, rank your website. That has to do with the silo and the link structure. That's on page and off, internal SEO and external SEO, and then making passive income for years. So that's basically the structure of this training. Now, as someone myself who has been doing this since April of 2011 now, over 4 years, about 4.5 years in the business, less than a year in the business as a full-time marketer, supporting myself full-time through online marketing. Through my experience, I've learned that everyone who's been successful with internet marketing, and I mention this because Donnie says this himself in his PDF, and I've come to notice something that we all have in common, and through our experiences, it's kind of interesting that we all learn the same thing, okay? And what I mean by that is we all learn at one point or another that if we're going to be successful in this business, we need to have a plan or a system to follow, and we need to stick with that system, and we need to only focus on one project at a time, which means you can't, for example, if you purchase the Rich Jerk, you should only be focused on the Rich Jerk and its training until you've gone through everything, applied it yourself. You don't want to go a quarter of the way through and then get distracted by the next shiny object, buy that course, start doing that course, then you stop, then you do something else. That's the reason to be honest, most of these courses do have value. But the reason they don't work most of the time, and I hate to come out and say it as directly as the Rich Jerk might, but the reason they don't work for most people is because of the people themselves. You really need to ask yourself if you've put forth the effort on your end to do what these guys are training you to do, because they're giving you things based on what worked for them, and that's after a lot of trial and error, and that's through experience. And I'm always the one who will not really question someone with experience if I don't have much experience myself. And I'm telling you that these are things everyone who's at any level of success with online marketing will tell you. One thing at a time. Another important thing is one of the first bits of advice I ever got when I started doing internet marketing 4.5 years ago. And interestingly enough, Donnie gives us the same advice. A guy in a forum told me to buy myself a bucket of patience and expect to not see $1 through online marketing for at least 6 months. And I think I would have quit if he didn't tell me that, because I won't lie, I was expecting results a lot sooner than that. And he was right. Ironically enough, he was right. And my first $50 check took about 7 months to get. And to date, that's one of my favorite checks of all time, even though, it's nothing compared to what I'm making now, obviously, because I have to be making enough to support myself. So I've been seeing a lot more money than that. But that was still one of the best feelings I ever had, to get that check and know that that was money that I made. I wasn't sitting in an office working for someone else and getting paid by that person. I did it on my own. Another thing he mentioned, now this is one thing where I guess he's right. He mentions that you should have a little bit of cash set aside to invest. And I never really thought of that myself, but I guess he has a point. Even this course, the Rich Jerk, is part of that investment. Training is an investment. Teaching yourself is an investment. Because there's not a lot of classes out there where you could go sit in the classroom and learn about what you're learning here in the Rich Jerk. And it's also not something that you can go online and find in a free online forum. So, those are some things that stood out to me as well. Alright, so I went through and took some notes on the PDF and the training for the authority review module by Donnie Gamble. And I'm just going to go through some of that with you so you know what to expect inside this this particular part of the Rich Jerk. And one of the things it gives you is a list of the most profitable niches online and how to determine which is best for you. And this part here is particularly important because you don't want to just dive into anything just because your research tells you that it's profitable. You want to also be sure that you have an interest or particular passion for that niche. And then once you decide on that, he shows you how to kind of go into Google, analyze that market and niche, and interpret the results of existing competition and things like that, which is also extremely important. It's going to show you a lot of different sub-niches, particularly in the financial space. I believe he has a background in that area, and it also happens to be among the most profitable. And he gives you an organized action plan, which I really like, and I'm sorry about this pop-up. It's because I'm recording, but and it may come up again, by the way. But this action plan, it's extremely organized. He goes through it basically in a step-by-step format throughout his guide. He kind of adds to it as you read through it. And it, you will use this, you want to follow this action plan, use it kind of like as your own checklist. And follow it with, if you follow along with the action plan throughout the entire process, you'll be in good shape. And this action plan is used for the entire process, from choosing a niche or product to making money with your website. It's easy to follow and not intimidating in the least bit. Then we see a step-by-step breakdown for how to utilize, interpret, and research from all the 6 major affiliate networks, which are ClickBank, ShareASale, Max Bounty, Commission Junction, Click Again, and Offer Vault. There is our pop-up again. How to choose an authority domain name in 2015. This is important because things have changed this year. And build your WordPress site. If you've never done this before, don't worry at all, because his guides and videos literally go through this step by step and does not leave anything out. In addition to the 5 videos I showed you earlier, the PDF itself is 92 pages, just to give you an idea. And it reads through very quickly. And what I mean by quickly is it doesn't feel like it's just dragging along. It kind of goes through. He's a very good writer, clearly written, well presented. And here's one that I give a gold star to. I found that in PowerPoint, and I thought because this was the first. Well, this was my first. How do I say it? My first favorite part of his training was the on-site SEO tricks, because there is a ton of value in what he shows you here. A lot of these things probably you've never seen before, and they are part of the reason that he is who he is today, the 7-figure marketer. And he's sharing this with us. Never has been shared before. And on the next page, we're going to see a lot more gold stars, which is why I put a giant gold star on this slide. The 3-pronged silo method, this is his own. It's the first time this is going public, and it gets a gold star. I can't tell you any more than that, because then I'd be giving it to you. But, silo method or silo structure is basically considered to be, and I think I mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but this is what Google looks for when they're indexing websites now. It helps them index, helps them interpret websites, and you are rewarded. A good silo structure is always being rewarded with a ranking advantage. Going to learn how to keyword research with free tools, Google Keyword Planner. And I gave this one a gold star as well because really, I mean, when I'm as a product reviewer myself, I'm seeing all of these paid tools that I've come across for keyword research, and a lot of them are good. I'm not going to take that away from them. But if you can use free resources to get the job done, I'm all for it. And his method for using Google Keyword Planner for keyword research in conjunction with the Google search engine itself is really good, very straightforward, and effective. Affiliate review post structure with proven examples. I really liked this as well. Basically, he's going to give you the entire structure, and I thought this was ironic actually, because one of the things I do is when I write a product review, I always have a structure that I preload every time I write a new article, and it's kind of like I have the introduction, then I have a demo video, then I have, you know, the bulk of my review, pricing section, and so on. And he does something kind of like that too. And the reason I came out with that is because, you know, when you're writing a full article, you really have to be mentally organized, you know, and you have to have a structure that you can kind of fill in. Otherwise, things are just going to take longer, you're going to be inefficient, and it's going to be also harder on the people that are reading the reviews. So, it seems like great minds think alike. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but he does the same thing. Granted, his review post structure is different from mine, and I gotta say it's superior to mine. And I actually learned a few things from it, and I may modify my own structure after seeing this one. So you're gonna want to see that. Another gold star, and he has examples for those as well. Shows you how to outsource content. It's a great way to save time. Yes, it does cost money, but he shows you a lot of great resources. This is also covered in the launch jacking module by Pronged Kim, as well as the link building methods. But keep in mind that the methods shown in this section and the resources are different because this is a different person, so he's doing things differently from Pronged Kim. So, you know, you can kind of, the more resources and the more perspectives you have, you know, the more understanding you're going to have yourself, and you can kind of combine and knowledge that you get from different places. And then we have the honeypot technique for finding writers. Those are, you know, if you're don't consider yourself to be very good at writing, or not even that, but maybe if you find that writing takes too much time, and God knows I feel that way. Writing really is a time suck for me, but I still write all of my reviews. Anyways, he shows you a honeypot technique for finding writers, which really helped me because of what I've just mentioned to you. And then obtaining authority contributor counts, also known as ACAs. And I could have kept going. That's how content rich this module is, but I didn't want to create another slide, to be honest with you. So as you can see, I squeezed in that last bullet point there. But that's pretty much it for what is covered in this training, at least as much as I can tell you without giving it to you. So that is it for today's presentation. Tomorrow we're going to have another one. We're going to look at another module inside the Rich Jerk, and so stay tuned for that. I want to definitely thank you for taking the time to support me by watching this video. Hopefully this helped you towards making a decision on the Rich Jerk. And if you are interested in this product at all, go ahead and look below this video. I have links in the description both to the product itself and my Rich Jerk review page, which, by the way, comes with a $50 Amazon gift card, which you will not find anywhere else. That's if you purchase the Rich Jerk through my page. As you can see, I'm losing my voice, so I'm going to close out with that. You're also probably tired of hearing me. So, yep, that's about it. Thanks again for watching, and have a wonderful day.
Boogie woogie woogie.
You gotta feel it. It's electric.
Boogie woogie woogie.
Ooh, it's shaking. It's electric.
Boogie woogie woogie.
Chicken and Mr. Man, she's a puppet like a chicka 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 chicka. She got the boogie. Now you can't hold it. It's electric.
Boogie woogie woogie.